Portugal walked into this World Cup with players who had just won the Champions League together at Paris Saint-Germain. Nuno Mendes, Joao Neves, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and a 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo still leading the line. On paper, one of the most talented squads in the entire tournament. They lost in the round of 16 to a Spanish side that simply wanted it more. So what actually went wrong? Let's get into it. Here is the first thing people get wrong. Talent on paper and cohesion on the pitch are not the same thing. In theory, stacking a squad with Champions League winners should guarantee results. In practice, 4 players arriving straight from winning. European club football's biggest prize does not automatically translate into a team that knows how to win together, under a completely different kind of pressure. This sounds simple, it is not. Against Spain, Ronaldo barely factored into the attack. His effort late on drifted wide. Across 4 matches against genuine knockout stage opposition throughout his career, he managed only a single penalty. Portugal themselves scored just 2 goals in his final 351 minutes on a World Cup pitch. The problem was not lack of respect for what he built. It was a team still fundamentally designed around a fading talisman. Here's where it gets interesting. Portugal's manager Roberto Martínez was criticized after the match. Many felt he refused to fully acknowledge Ronaldo was no longer the same player at 41. That decision forced Portugal into a tougher, more physical round of 16 match than they needed to play. And it was Spain who found the ideas and the goals that Portugal lacked. Whether you like it or not, sentiment and tactics do not always point in the same direction. This time, sentiment won. Look at how the match itself unfolded. Portugal actually defended brilliantly for large stretches. Goalkeeper Diogo Costa produced back-to-back saves to deny Lamine Yamal and Alex Baena in the same passage of play. Nuno Mendes, one of the best young left-backs in the world, nullified Yamal for almost the entire match. This was not a Portugal side that got outclassed. It was a Portugal side that created almost nothing going forward, and needed just one moment of quality to survive. Spain's substitutes provided exactly that in the 91st minute. The door closed. This is not the first time football has watched this exact story play out. Belgium built one of the most talented generations in modern football. De Bruyne, Hazard, Lukaku, and never won anything with it. The Netherlands did the same in the early 2010s, reaching one final and never converting that golden window into a trophy. Talented generations do not fail because the talent disappears. They fail because the timing runs out before the structure around that talent catches up. It is one of the most repeated tragedies in the sport. There is also a deeper structural issue here. A golden generation is not just about collecting talented individuals. It is about building a system that turns individual brilliance into a coherent, attacking threat when it matters most. Spain's own coach openly credited his bench depth, saying his most important players are the ones who come on, not just the ones who start. Portugal, by contrast, leaned heavily on established stars and searched for answers only after falling behind, by which point the tournament simply ran out of time. And this is where the golden generation label becomes painful. Ronaldo has now played in 6 consecutive World Cups, more than any player in history, and confirmed this one was his last. He leaves with 5 Champions League titles and 5 Ballon d'Ors, but his World Cup tally remains modest compared to his own legendary rivals. Portugal will not get this exact group of players back together in this form. The next World Cup arrives in 2030, partly hosted on Portuguese soil. But this golden generation and its captain will not be walking back onto that pitch. So next time people talk about wasted golden generations in football, remember it is rarely about a lack of talent. It is about whether a team builds the structure and depth to turn that talent into results before time simply runs out. Portugal will not be the last team to learn this lesson, and they were far from the first. If breakdowns like this make the tournament make more sense to you, subscribe, because talent alone has never been enough to guarantee glory in football.
You are welcome.